Alright, so can't see the other one, but both the boys are in this yard. And Brownie is over in that yard. She's got her own private suite. Stuck another barrel in there. The other boy's in here, though. He's doing goat things. He's eating weeds and shit. Comparable in size. So I don't worry about these two goats. I mean, Sunday is bigger, but they're not that far out of proportion that I worry about one killing the other. They are ramming each other, though, and it's fun to watch. Alright, so it's now Monday. Took a couple of days off. Spent some time with my wife. I think molding turned out alright. If you ask me, I'm not done. I have to figure out, I want to put some to go up and down to then do baseboards. But I may end up just putting a cap on there because I don't know, that doesn't fit quite right. I'm waiting for her to get home from work. But looks good to me. Fresh white paint and some stained moldings. Still got to figure out what I'm doing around the frame of this door. That's quite hideous. Yeah. Kind of hard to see because of the lighting, but it's sunny. These are going to be baseboards for the bathroom. They're going to match the upper moldings that I put on it. I spent the better part of a day, spent yesterday afternoon and then this morning, trying to figure out what was going on with my faucet in the bathroom. Well, I thought it was the drain. Ended up being that the faucet, it was less than 6 months old, was leaking internally. I took it apart and it needed to be replaced. Alright, because see now, I thought it was leaking because you get underneath and it was running out of this, right? So I pulled it out and I had another one to put in. And when I went to try to put it back in, I couldn't get that gasket to seat. And I couldn't figure out why it was still leaking. And then this morning, I'm back up underneath it there, messing around with it, and I put a little bit of Dawn dish soap, and I got the other piece to seat up in there, and it was still leaking. Turns out it was coming out of the middle of the old faucet. That was the first thing that I replaced when we moved here, was the faucet. And it's not even 6 months old yet, so I had to go buy a new one. But this is what we ended up with. This is interesting. This has actually got a cable with a little twist deal that goes. And I know I have this thing mounted crooked because, well, space, and you can't see it. But yeah, it's got a cable. And so I lost a day dealing with that, trying to fix the problem that wasn't the problem. But now it's fixed. So once I get the baseboards put in here, I'm gonna match those. I'll show you guys that. Oh, and who would I be not to? I need to clean your nose and eyes, kitty. It's like his mama never taught him how to clean his face, and I got to do it every day. He's been sick for a couple of days because he ate a lizard, but he's good now. He's back eating and drinking. He didn't eat or drink anything. Today's Tuesday, Sunday. He started to eat a little bit yesterday. Strange twist of events, and I'm going to call it a even trade, but the Amish man doesn't think so. When I picked this thing up out of the road in the middle of the night, apparently this cat belonged to the Amish guy that ate my pig. I went and talked to the man about potentially doing the feet on my goats, and the kitty came up in passing, and needless to say, he was the least friendly Amish man that I'd ever met. And then when I told him that I had this kitty, I don't know, man. It was in the middle of the road in pitch black. If I hadn't picked it up, somebody would have ran him over. They weren't even in town. They weren't even in the state, actually. But I saved this little kitty's life, and he ate my pig. So I call that even Stevens. He's not pleased with it. But, yeah, we'd already had him over 2 weeks at that point. And they go past my house on their horse and buggy almost every day, and the cat's always bouncing around on the porch, and you can see the porch from the road. But yeah, kitty. He's the cutest little thing. Ooh-wee. I think they look good. Ended up just putting a cap on that. Put a hook there, but just ended up putting a cap on there, and that looks all right. Same thing on the bottom. I need to figure out a tiny little piece to go in between right there, but I haven't got there yet. But I think it looks all right. Call that a bathroom upgrade. It took, this is the end of the third day of working on this bathroom, and it shouldn't have been that difficult, but every time you do something, it's about 6 other things that you got to do to make it happen. Are you my little helper? Excuse me, it's keeping that hammer warm for me. Goats, man. I don't know how many more days they're going to be screaming like this. I just took them hay, fresh water, maybe an hour ago. They're not dealing with being separated too well. Anyway, a lot of noise from them. Alright, so this is what I've been doing today, on Wednesday. She's got a couple of hibiscus, I think those are, that she wanted me to save. But over here at my mom's house, ooh-wee. And I hacked down this hillside so she can clean up some garbage. Cut down part of a tree, cut down a few trees down there. she's waiting on a refrigerator to get delivered that I need to help get in the house, so I figured while I was waiting, bring my equipment with me. It's a warm day in September here in, I'm actually currently in Tennessee. Do I have your attention? I hope there's at least one of you that spit your drink through your nose, enjoying the rain sounds, and then me being a cock, quite literally. Bitch kitty don't care about nothing. What are you smelling? You all right? Yeah. She don't have a care about fuck all. At least she's smart enough to get out of the rain this time. I'll give her that. Just like that, minus the hot pepper. Whole garden's dead. It's been almost a week since I separated those goats. They still are not happy. I literally fed them 5 minutes before this video, and they've already got something to complain about. One day he'll grow up, maybe. But there's my garden. What was my garden. Alright, so this is what I just went out there and harvested that. That's a lot of peppers. Gotta figure out what to do with them. I already got like a gallon bag of them in the freezer. I cut these off of the sick plants. There's still a couple of healthy plants out there that I'm going to leave the fruit on until they start to show signs of being sick. But these are big, about a pound each. This one's probably 1.5 pounds. But yeah, food. So I'm currently on a old 2-lane road through Tennessee to go see Colonel Sanders about some goat feed. I'll show you when I get there what I'm talking about. Welcome to the feed mill. Alright folks, that's going to wrap this video up. That's all I was able to film this week. I apologize. I'm at a point where we're so late in the season. I'm not building anything for fall garden because within the next 6 to 8 weeks there's going to be snow on the ground. I'm just doing maintenance, cutting grass, feeding goats, cleaning toilets, taking a shower, washing my butt, you know, the usual. If you dislike this video, I understand. If you don't share it and you don't subscribe, I understand that too, because I'm not showing you anything that's going on. Once the season changes and all the leaves start falling off of the trees, I'm going to do some time lapses of the leaves falling and changing colors. Do a time lapse perhaps of the first snow of the season out here. That, like, with what's going on with the weather right now, there's nothing happening other than cutting the grass. So look forward to better things coming in the next season when there's snow and I'm probably stuck in a ditch and have to figure out how to get out of a ditch and probably try to film and fall on my ass and things of the sort, you know. 3-day weekend for the wife. Woohoo! Next Friday, check back. We're going on a road trip in the morning, sort of, kind of, to Barboursville, Kentucky. By the time you see this, we will have already been to Barboursville and back, so if you live in the vicinity, don't try to go look for us. We will already be home, probably, by the time you see this. Anyway, that's it.